What's up YouTube? That's your boy Morgan. Thank you for being here. Today in this video we're going to talk about the main differences between French schools and American schools. So if you're thinking about studying abroad or you're just here to know more about the systems, you're in the right place. So let's go. Starting with middle school and high school. In French schools and middle school, you got 4 years high school, middle school, and 3 years of high school in France. Whereas in America, it's 3 years of middle school and 4 years of high school. So if you're American, if you're watching this video, pretty much my last year of middle school is your first year of high school. Get it? Simple, right? So then we can move on to the schedule. So typically in America, you go to school from 8 to 2 p.m., about 2 p.m., right? And then you just have the rest of the day to do whatever you want to do, either sports, take a nap, do your homework, and you have classes from Monday until Friday, I believe. And France totally different. You got way longer day. You go to school from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. sometimes. It's not like that every day, but it's really heavy. And usually you have classes, especially in high school, from Monday till Saturday. So it's different. It really sucks. I want to tell you, it's not fun at all. But once you get used to it. I'm glad I don't have to do this anymore. But having school on weekends is just not it. Then what you also have is the classes. So for the classes, after the first year of high school in France, you have to choose three different paths. So you have literature, scientific, and economics. Economics is the round I took. So that's a system that's been like they got rid of the system like 2 years ago, but I'm not really familiar with new systems, so I just don't talk about my experience. So pretty much say you have issue in literature in high school, you wouldn't be able to take chemistry or physics because that's not your major. So it pretty much determines the path you want to take after high school when you go to college. So there's that. Then after that, you want to go. Definitely don't talk about sports. So sports in America is a big thing in schools. A lot of people play sports. Some of them are just literally here for sports, which is kind of funny, right? People just go support their team on weekends and they travel and they play against all the schools. So it's a lot of fun. In France, that's not something that you have. So if you want to play sports, you're gonna have to do this outside of school. So generally, I mean, people play in clubs, and it's more competitive. But it's more competitive. You got better players, a better level. But it's not. You don't get the same school experience that you would get in America. Kind of the same with club and with organizations. For example, in France, you just go to school just for school. You don't have any organization that you have like in high schools and the colleges where you can develop leadership skills, communication skills, and all that good stuff, which is kind of unfortunate too, but it is what it is. And then also something I want to touch on is the curriculum in general. So in France, I find it way harder than in America. That's something that I noticed when I got here. Since you have more hours, you're taking more classes, the curriculum is just heavier. And one thing that I noticed, for instance, is for example, let's take math, right? Um, the math that I would do, the math that I did in high school in France is the math that American would do in college. And the math that I did in middle school in France, that's the math that people here would start doing in high school. So I always had a little bit of advance compared to like my American peers, to where I would just view a subject in class in college, and I was like, oh, remains memory, something that I did in French. So all I had to do was just translate, which made it way more easier for me, and that's why I had like so good grades like that. So that was a great thing, right? So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you today. Let me know in the comments if you want me to talk about anything that I forgot to mention. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like button, and I will see you for another video. Peace.